आदरणीय दर्शकवृन्द नमस्कार। एभरेस्ट टेलिभिजनको प्रस्तुति कार्यक्रम संवादमा यहाँलाई हार्दिक स्वागत छ। दर्शकवृन्द, कार्यक्रम संवादमा हामीले राजनीतिक विषय, सामाजिक विषय, आर्थिक विषय लगायत विविध समाजका विविध विषयहरूमा हामी छलफल गर्दै आइरहेका छौँ। विभिन्न विषयका एक्सपर्टहरूलाई हामीले स्टुडियोमा निम्त्याएर ती विषयसँग सम्बन्धित समस्या र समाधानका उपायहरूको बारेमा हामी छलफल गर्दै आइरहेका छौँ। आज पनि हामी एउटा विशेष अतिथिका साथ, एउटा विशेष कार्यक्रमका साथ हामी उपस्थित भएका छौँ। आज हामीसँग एकजना विदेशी नागरिक हुनुहुन्छ, युएसए का सामाजिक अभियन्ता अथवा खास गरिकन नेपालमा कार्यरत युएसए का एकजना सोशल वर्कर जो नेपालको महिलाहरूको उत्थानका लागि, इम्पावरमेन्टका लागि विभिन्न सङ्घ संस्थामा आबद्ध भएर नेपाली बालबालिकाहरूको पढाइ तथा सामाजिक विकासका लागि कार्यरत एकजना सामाजिक कार्यकर्तासँग आज हामी संवाद गर्न लागिरहेका छौँ। क्यालिफोर्निया, युएसए को क्यालिफोर्निया स्थित SCIT युनिभर्सिटीका एकजना प्रोफेसर डाक्टर सारा सफारीलाई आज हामी स्टुडियोमा निम्त्याएर विमर्श गर्न लागिरहेका छौँ। उहाँ नेपालमा गर्ल्सहरूको इम्पावरमेन्टका लागि अथवा वुमेन इम्पावरमेन्टका लागि काम गर्न कसरी उद्यत हुनुभयो अथवा उहाँले नेपालमा रहेका नेपाली महिला चेलीबेटीहरूको विकासको लागि, उत्थानको लागि, प्रगतिका लागि, उन्नतिका लागि उहाँ काम गर्न कसरी प्रेरित हुनुभयो र किन नेपाल नै छान्नुभयो र नेपालका विभिन्न ग्रामीण इलाकामा रहेका विद्यार्थीहरूको, महिला विद्यार्थीहरूको पढाइको उन्नति र विकासका लागि, प्रगतिका लागि, रूपान्तरणका लागि काम गर्न कसरी प्रेरित हुनुभयो र कसरी काम गरिराख्नु भएको छ भन्ने विषयमा आज हामी संवाद गर्न लागिरहेका छौँ। डाक्टर सारा सफारी उहाँ क्लाइम्ब योर एभरेस्ट अर्गनाइजेसनका अध्यक्ष हुनुहुन्छ भने इम्पावर नेपाली गर्ल्सका बोर्ड मेम्बर पनि हुनुहुन्छ। विगत 10 वर्षदेखि नेपालमा आउने जाने गर्दै नेपाली महिला दिदीबहिनीहरूको विकासका लागि, प्रगतिका लागि र तिनीहरूको सामाजिक उत्थानका लागि काम गर्दै आउनुभएका एकजना प्रोफेसरसँग आज हामी संवाद गर्न लागिरहेका छौँ। आउनुहोस् दर्शकवृन्द, युएसएमा रहेर नेपालमा बरोबर आएर नेपाली महिलाहरूको विकास र प्रगतिका लागि काम गर्दै आउनुभएका एकजना सोशल वर्करसँग आज हामी संवाद गर्न लागिरहेका छौँ। Good afternoon.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to welcome you here in this session.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Then today, actually, here we are going to talk about your objectives and then how you are working here in our Nepal, and you are working here as a social worker, especially for the empowerment of Nepali girls. Can I request you to introduce yourself, please, today?
Thank you. My name is Sara Safari. I was born in Iran, and I moved to United States when I was 20 years old. And when I moved to the US, I studied electrical engineering and computer science, and I worked in different companies, and I was teaching electrical engineering and computer science.
Great.
And later I did my PhD in leadership and change. And I've been actually teaching at university for the past 12 years.
Yeah, amazing.
And 10 years ago, I decided to start working with Empower Nepali Girls and try to raise funds and awareness for girls, marginalized girls, especially in countries that the culture doesn't support the women compared to some other countries. And it was very important for me. I was very passionate about it, which I can later talk about it more. But and then a few years ago, I decided to climb the 7 highest peaks on 7 continents. So last year on May 20th, I summited Everest, which was number 7 mountain. So I'm the first Iranian who have climbed the 7 highest peaks on 7 continents.
Yes, Dr. Sara Safari, actually I have many questions that I want to know from you. Today we are here in Everest Television. So first of all, I would like to know from your side that actually you were born in Iran and you moved to USA, and you have chosen Nepal to work here for the empowerment of Nepali girls. My question that why did you choose Nepal to work as a social worker, please? This is my question to you.
I really don't believe in borders. I feel like we are all humans. This whole planet Earth is just one small village.
Yes.
And we are all the same. And I think if all the people on the planet, or a good population of the people on the planet, they could see that we are all one, we are exactly the same, helping a Nepali woman, helping an Indian woman, helping an Iranian woman, an American woman, it's all the same. It's helping a human being. Then we wouldn't have all these wars and the situation we have in the world. We
Yes.
would be all the same. So it's very important for me to spread the word and be a person who's showing that doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter where you live, all the peoples are the same, and helping is helping.
The entire art itself is a home, all
Yeah.
our brothers and sisters. Amazing opinion, please. Okay, then next question, please. Actually, you are living in USA,
Yeah.
and right now you are in another earth, let's say another earth, mean another places, actually this is totally different environment, and then socio-economic environment, everything is different, and how did you feel, how did you feel the situation between Nepalese woman and as well as the woman in USA, please? What are the differences, especially you found here in Nepal, and then the people of America?
I think the cultures are very different. Like Western culture is more individualistic. Well, people focus on their own goals and dreams, and they care more about themselves, their own growth and development. But in the East, not just Nepal, even Iran or even other countries in the East, they care about community. So, like in a family, if the daughter, they see that they want their brothers or their other sisters to have a better life, they sacrifice themselves for them. They maybe get married faster so that the family doesn't is not under the pressure to provide for that sister, so everybody else can continue their education and be successful. So this mindset of i'll I'll sacrifice my own success for everybody else in the family, the community. It has a lot of beauty in it.
Yes.
It's beautiful that everybody is working together. But at the same time, the women that I've been working with in Nepal, sometimes they have a hard time coming up when I ask them, what is your big dream, what is your big goal, what is
Yeah.
your Everest? They're quiet, they didn't look at it. Or they sometimes they talk about the goals of other family members. So it seems like they feel a little guilty that to have big dreams, to have big goals. And that's the biggest difference that I've seen. In US, if you ask a woman, what is your big dream? They have 10 different things. They say, I
Okay.
want to be this, I want to be that. But in Nepal, I see like women are very quiet. They been invisible even sometimes. Not all the families, not everybody, but majority
That
that
means
I've met.
they don't know how they are being shaped, and then how they are shaping and how they are mapping also they
Yeah.
don't know. Okay, please. Actually, you are associated to different organization, right now. Then in case of Nepal also, you have been associated to Empower Nepali Girls.
Right.
The name itself speaks much,
Yeah.
Empower Nepali Girls. That means this is an organization to work
Yeah.
empowering the Nepali girls.
Yeah.
Please, how did you come in contact to work with Empower Nepali Girls as a volunteer, as a social worker, especially for the upliftment of Nepali women? How did you come in contact with this organization, and how the name has been said that actually empowering Nepali girls? What's a beautiful name you have got? You have been associated to this organization. Please
Yeah.
let me know something about this one. The
Yeah.
name, the work, and what you are doing right now.
Yeah. So first, when I was teaching in university, I met the founder of Empower Nepali Girls, Dr. Jeffrey Cutler.
Yeah.
That's like 10 years ago at university. And then he shared me stories of Nepali girls, how he met them and how he started the organization with the one girl, and then one became two and three and four,
Yes.
and now it is 270, I think, girls
Oh.
that are part of the organization.
Yes.
So that's how it all started. And the first time I came to Nepal, I met the girls, and the first time that I met the girls, I was so touched. And it was a very moving experience for me. I mean, I grew up in Iran. I experienced firsthand myself oppressive environment that makes gender discrimination
Yes.
possible. So then I saw these little girls and women, and I saw myself in their eyes. I
Okay.
just felt like these
Wow.
are me, and
Great.
like helping them, it's like helping my little self.
Yes.
And my little sisters in Iran or anywhere. And so this is how it all started. And at that time, I was training to climb Everest, which was a 2015 earthquake.
Yes.
And I was on Everest when that happened. And then I promised Empower Nepali Girls that I raise $1 per foot of Everest. So Everest is 29,000 feet. I promised the organization that I raise $29,000 so that we provide education for the girls to continue their education. And some of the Empower Nepal, some of the girls, the scholarship girls, they are part of Rhombus School.
Yes.
And so I met them in person. I came to the school. I saw them for myself, and I just felt very connected. And I felt like I really have to do something here. And I cannot go back home knowing that there are girls on the other side of the planet that need education. And this education can completely change their lives.
Okay.
So I just promised that I'm going to raise $29,000. And I raised a lot more than that. But that was my promise. That's how it all started.
Okay, and then since last years, frequently you are visiting Nepal, and then you have been in different places in Nepali villages as well.
Yeah.
And then you might have studied the socio-economic condition of Nepal, and you might have been connected with the people of different ethnic groups, and different cultural groups as well. How did you experience here? And then you might have been making a big effort in your own way for the upliftment and for the change of Nepali girl child, especially in education. Did you find any kinds of transformation after your contribution and after your effort, continued efforts? What kinds of transformation and changes you found because of your efforts you have been making here?
Right. Empower Nepali Girls, many of our scholarship girls, they've been improving so much, continue their education. They are very successful. They're doing so much.
Yes.
This morning, I woke up with a text message. One of the scholarship girls, she messaged me and she said, because of the programs and because of the education that I got, she got accepted into university. So like there are a lot of mornings that I wake up with the great news, like their graduation, continuing education, finding a better job, finding a new
Yes.
job, and or winning different contests all over the world. So it's been an amazing journey, seeing this transformation, seeing the change, and they are just getting, every year I come back, sometimes they are like the very first year, like 10 years ago when I met them, they were like quiet and shy. And then now after 10 years that I met them, they are strong, powerful, they say their opinion,
Okay.
they have big dreams. So I've been seeing a lot of change, and providing education for these girls is really changing their lives. We are seeing less child marriage. So they wait until they get their education, they get a job, they are independent, and then they find a husband, and then they get married. So which they are happier that way, because then they are not forced. They are actually, they are taking steps toward the things that I really care about. And and then I see that a lot of them are trying to become leaders in the organizations that they are a part of. They are trying to get better jobs. They're striving to be better and grow and develop themselves. So I've been seeing a lot of
Okay.
transformation
How
and
many
change.
how many students are there? Those who have been benefited from Empower Nepali Girls. How many students are there altogether in our country, Nepal? That has been
270.
217.
Yeah.
Okay, please. There is a saying that actually, there is a saying, Dr. Sara, there is a saying that a word can break you, a word can make you. And I have been noticing continuously that how you have been working with Empower Nepali Girls among the Nepalese children, Nepalese students. Do you think that you have been supporting them through education, you have been supporting them through different kinds of supplies and different kinds of programs as well? Beside education, beside funding for the education, what are the next programs that you have been launching for empowering them?
Right. So my organization, Climb Your Everest, which I founded it 2 years ago, we are active in many countries, including Nepal. Empower Nepali Girls is only active
Yes.
in Nepal, but Climb Your Everest is all over the world.
Good.
We provide online programs, educational programs for women all over the world to teach them different skills.
Please.
So that in whatever job they have already, they become better. So communication skills, financial literacy, critical thinking, self-awareness, different leadership skills. Because any person, first of all, they are their own leader.
Well.
Like kind of being able to regulate yourself, control yourself, control your thoughts, your emotions, so that you can wake up early, do the things that you're supposed to do, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and continue your education, have a learning mindset. Never say, oh, I already know enough, I'm going to stop educating myself. No, always having a learning mindset of, I want to learn more, I want to explore more, I want to develop myself more, I want to challenge myself more, I want to go out of my comfort zone and try something new, something different, something that I've never done before. So I try to, it's a group of us, we're trying to provide these programs for women all over the world. These are all online programs. So whoever is watching this and they are interested to participate, they can always contact us at Climb Your Everest organization, and they can participate in our online programs. And it's mostly, most of the participants are from Nepal, but we have women from India and even United States and other countries. And since the program has started only 8 months ago, so now the women are graduating. From the first group is graduating, so now we are recruiting the second group of women. And I really want to be able to see this change in the world, because there are 8 billion people on the planet right now. 4 billion of them are women. So if 50% of the people on the planet are not being empowered, they are the mothers of the future, mothers of the next generations. We are half of the planet. If they don't get empowered, if they don't have the same rights and same opportunities, if they are still oppressed, how we can change the world?
Of course
It's
not.
50% of the planet. So that's my biggest passion, is to be able to provide this educational program, which is part of my PhD. My PhD dissertation was on women's empowerment in Nepal.
Very good.
So then kind of I'm using everything that I've learned from my dissertation and apply it here in person, and trying, and it's like a learning experience. I'm also learning all the
Dr.
time.
Sara, actually, you have amazing stories, how you have been working. I've been thinking, actually. You were born in Iran and then working there in USA, but still now you have been thinking about the women of the world, the half world, let's say, actually. You have been working for the upliftment and development of women. Then what things let you do? What things made you do and to think about women empowerment? Please, do you have any kinds of incidents that led you to think for those 50% women, those who are oppressed at all?
When I was a kid, I really liked climbing trees or playing football, soccer. And every time they told me, no, you're a girl, you're not supposed to play soccer. You're a girl, you're not supposed to climb trees. And I always thought, like, but I really
This
like
is the
to do that.
situation in USA or in Iran?
Iran,
Iran, okay.
Iran. And all the time I was thinking, oh my God, there are so much more that I want to do, but just because I'm a woman, I'm a girl, I cannot do it. And I'm sure, and I saw my little sisters, I saw my mom, I saw my neighbor, that they always wanted to do more, but they could never do more because their main job, like my mom was, her main job was taking care of us, cooking and cleaning for us. So she never pursued her education. She never continued her education. She never got a job. And I was always sad for her that she never explored this side of her. She was always focused on us. And I mean, I'm happy about that. I had such a great childhood because of all her services. And she's happy about that if you ask her. But really, to be honest, it's not fair. That, and they've done this research. The research says that, Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world. If only in United States, they calculate the hours that women spend time taking care of family without getting paid. Of course, like when we cook or clean, we never get paid. So let's say all the hours that women could get paid for all the cooking and cleaning and taking care of the family, they could make $10 billion a year only in United States. I'm not talking about the rest of the world, which is equal to how much Amazon makes, the biggest company in the world, in 1 year. So really, if you look at it, this is like a lot of waste of energy. I mean, I'm not saying cooking and cleaning is like a bad thing. No, I'll do it all the time myself. It's important.
It doesn't have economic value.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think it's just like seeing all the work that women are doing, like giving value to it, being able to empower them, teach them new skills so they can use these skills. And only 11% of the leadership in the world is occupied by women. Only 11%, but we are 50% of the
Yes.
world.
Dr. Sara, we have been talking about the situation of women in the world. Yes, you are working as the president of Climb Your Everest. Everest is the highest peak in the world, and it belongs to Nepal. Then why did you choose the name Climb Your Everest organization? The name of organization, your organization related to Mount Everest. It has symbolically, it may have different meaning. Please, what do you mean? Why do you choose this name that is Climb Your Everest? What a beautiful name you have chosen actually. What is the objectives of choosing this name actually, please?
I think we all have Everests. We all have mountains
Please.
that we are all climbing all the time.
Yes.
It could be our finances, it could be our relationships, it could be education, it could be work, like finding a job, getting promotion at job, how to have a better relationship with my kids or my parents or my partner or loved ones. And these all could be all Everests.
Yes.
And we need to learn skills to be able to, even a simple communication with my partner, I need to have good communication skills to be able to
Yes.
take that to the next level and make it better. So for me, everything is an Everest, like a little and smaller
Wow.
Everest.
Wow.
So, and then I love the mountains so much. And I thought, I've learned so much climbing Everest. Everest taught me so much patience, and I learned how to stay in the moment. I learned that it is not about the top of the mountain, it's about the journey. I learned how to overcome my fears. I learned how to deal with failures. And I learned so much from mountains climbing all over the world
Okay.
that I thought what I want to be able to bring, all the things that I've learned, what I want to be able to bring for the rest of the world, what I want to be my legacy, that people remember me as that. You all have Everest, we all have Everest, and every day we are climbing our mountains. And some of our mountains look so big, so impossible. They look like they are never achievable. And it seems like we have to work so hard and fail so many times and try so many different things to finally be able to climb that mountain.
Yeah.
So I call the organization Climb Your Everest because it's a reminder
Yeah.
for me to remember.
Last time you were saying about your incident, actually. So I'm just asking this question that you have chosen the name Everest, you have a story, I think that it is the real story, what we have experienced. Please, would you mind to share your experience that is related to Mount Everest? I think then after it will be clear why did you choose the name of your organization as Climb Your Everest. Please, would you
Yeah.
share me?
So 2015, when the devastating earthquake happened in Nepal, which some of the people who are watching this program probably they've seen the Netflix documentary Aftershock, which that in the documentary they say the story of people of Nepal and people like me who were in Nepal at that time, and we were trying to climb Mount Everest, and I was at 6,000 meters when the earthquake happened. I was climbing an ice wall. I was on the wall actually when the whole wall started shaking and breaking down, and the avalanches, and so many people died, and such a scary moment. And so that was 7 years ago, 2015. And over the years, it took me 7 years to convince myself to come back and climb Everest again. So between 2015, where I first attempted.
That means when you attempt in the first time, you could not get success to be at the top of the Mount Everest because of the earthquake.
Exactly.
And again, you came back.
Yeah.
After how many years?
7.
7 years.
After 7 years in 2022, last year.
That means you got success again to be at the top of the Mount Everest.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
That is your success story.
Yeah, that's my success story. But it took me a lot because all the fear and trauma of the moment of the earthquake and the avalanches and the whole wall shaking, it was, I mean, it was a
Yes.
7.8 earthquake,
Yes.
and so many people lost their lives. And it was a very traumatic experience for a lot of people. But for me, I was just trying to teach myself and teach all the people around me that yes, bad things happen in our life.
Yes.
Yes, trauma happens. Yes, we all have fears,
Okay.
but that's okay. You put them aside and you still go pursue your goal and climb
Yes.
your Everest.
Very
My
good.
Everest was Everest.
Yes.
But then we all have other mountains that because of fear, because of trauma, because of failure, we never go and we never
Yes.
achieve
Yes,
them.
please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that means, in spite of all the difficulties, yeah, in spite of all the incidents that is bad happen to you, but however, then you could get success. Please, I would like to congratulate again. Okay,
Thank you.
now please, I think from this organization, right now you have been organizing different kinds of programs, as you said, online programs and online teaching also, many more activities is going on. And then I came to know that actually you have been working here to empower Nepalese teachers, especially women teachers, to encourage them, to empower them through more skills and knowledge, please. Uh, could you tell something more about the program, what you have been launching here in Nepal? Since last 6 months, you have been working as a trainer to motivate them, to encourage them, to empower them through skills, knowledge, and then leadership quality. Please, could you tell me something about that program that you have been launching here in Nepal, please?
First of all, I think now the technology is in a place that we can do a lot of things online. Like before COVID, I had to do everything in person. So I had to travel to Nepal to do any workshop or
Okay.
anything. But since COVID, people are more comfortable with online classes. Everybody figured out how to get on Zoom and get on Google Meet and
Yes.
kind of do online classes. So I want to use this opportunity. We
Okay.
need to use the technology,
Yes.
first of all, to be able to provide education to every person all over the world. I want the women that I'm working with all over the world to meet each other, to get to know each other,
Yes.
to know that the problems that we have in the world, they are fixable, but we need to unite. We need to start working together. We cannot have one group of people who are thriving and they're having amazing luck and another group they have nothing, right? So I want to bring all these women from all over the world to get to know each other, to connect and get united and hear from each other, hear each other's story and learn more about other cultures and know how they can help. At the same time, teachers, they have access to so many kids.
Yes.
And if a teacher is empowered, if a teacher is strong and powerful, if a teacher knows how to help their kids with different skills, like we talk a lot about time management, right? Time management is so important for
Yes.
everyone. So if a teacher talks about time management to all the students, they're going to be successful
Yes,
in their
yes.
classes, they're going to be successful in their exams, and then eventually they're going to be helping their brothers and their sisters and their kids
Good.
and their neighbors. So kind of it's spreading the love, spreading the knowledge, spreading, teaching different skills. And the good thing is teachers already have access to kids. And I think that's a good way to spread that. Yeah.
Okay. Then right now also, I think you have been working with the female teachers especially, and then please, how did you feel actually? I think you have been working to connect the women especially who have been working in different nook and corner in the world, and now you brought them in a forum to be interconnected to each other through different kinds of programs.
Right.
Please, how long you have been working in this field, especially to train the teachers? How long, since how many months you have been working in this field?
So this specific program that the teachers on is a 6 months
6 months
program.
program,
Yeah,
yeah.
6 online program. They are participating online like every Saturday. They participate online. I'll give them some homework. But my whole goal is all the topics that we talk about, the teachers pick them up for themselves and they're be able to teach it back to others.
Okay.
So that everybody can benefit from it. I think a big part of personal happiness is being able to share your knowledge, share your skills with other people. So, and teachers are already doing that. They're already good at it. And I thought if we can start working with teachers and kind of being able to impact teachers from different schools all over Nepal or other countries, that would be a great start. But eventually, I want to be able to provide this in different languages for all the women everywhere. And my focus has been women, because in the history of the world, if you just go back to all the time, I mean, the history, most of the countries in the world, they have a patriarchal culture, which the focus in the families are men, boys get the education first, and all that. So I thought, since the pendulum of empowerment has been on the men's side for so many years,
Okay.
now let's take the pendulum to the other side and focus on women. So eventually we're going to balance out and be in the middle. But for us to be in the middle, we need to go to that side and then come back to this side, and finally. So I think for me, this is my passion. This is my calling. I enjoy every second of it. And I'm so lucky that I met the women in Nepal, and I met the children of Nepal, and I met you, and I'm able to kind of provide everything that I've learned to everyone. And I think this is like one of the best things that I've ever experienced myself.
Okay. Yes, of course. Yeah, you'll have to work for yourself as well. And now you have been working for some others and for the benefits and for the welfare of the people, especially women, those who have been living in different nook and corner. Please, right now, you are working for name or for fame only, or then some other objectives you have here in Nepal. Then you have been working for 10 years, Then what is the feedback did you find from the teachers and from the administration here in Nepal and from the political parties here in Nepal? What kinds of feedback are you getting from the society about your work?
Um, I think if I was looking for feedback or fame or money, those are very small mountains. And as soon as you get to the top of the mountain, you already conquered the mountain. So it's not fun. Like, have you ever had this experience? Like, I really want to have this thing. And then as soon as you have it, it feels like, oh, that was so easy. So I think the mountain of fame and the mountain of money and the mountain of others' feedback is too small for me.
Okay.
I'm doing things because I think all the humans should help each other. And that's the bigger mountain. Like the mountain of empower, kind of helping women, bringing equality of rights
Yes.
and equality of opportunities for women. I think that's a mountain that doesn't have a top. As much as I do, there's still a bigger peak and a higher mountain. And that really inspires me, like knowing that I'm still climbing. There's still more things that I can do. So, and then also, I feel so happy being able to do this. So, it is selfish because I'm the happiest. I'm the best version of myself when I'm helping others. So, you might think, oh, she's so kind and helping others. No, no, no. I'm really helping myself being happy, because that's like, there's nothing else. So, like flying all these hours to get here and just doing this, I think it's like, there's nothing else
That means you are
in the world that
means
makes me
that means
happier.
you are highly motivated and encouraged from the work that you are doing. You are
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, please, another question. Actually, of course, you are doing selfless job. Actually, you don't have any kinds of interest, and then especially you are now working here with your passion for the empowering the Nepalese girls. Still there can be different kinds of feedback, different kinds of difficulties and different kinds of obstacles you might have faced during your work here in Nepal. There can be different kinds of obstacles from administration of Nepal. There can
Yeah.
be different obstacles from the society,
Yeah.
and then different kinds of political environment. What kinds of difficulties did you face during your 10 years experience here as a social worker in Nepal?
I would say I feel like the government, this is not just the government. I talk with a lot of NGOs here in Nepal,
Yes.
and everybody complains about the system of Nepal. They
Okay.
they say they make it very difficult
Difficult,
for
yes, so I
NGOs,
understand.
all the paperwork, all the obstacles, and it seems like, it feels like they care less about improvement and more about the paperwork and more about, it feels like the government should care and help the NGOs that are coming to Nepal to help, especially from overseas. We don't live here, so it's much harder for us to keep going to the offices and keep doing the paperwork in Nepal. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if somebody from the government is watching this, please, you need to be I think consider maybe just kind of being a little easier on NGOs and kind of help us to help your people. And this has been a difficult experience sometimes, and not just our organizations, but other organizations that I talk to. They're doing even different things, not about women, not about education, but different other things. Everybody complains about the amount of paperwork they
Yes,
need
yes,
to do.
Dr. Sara, actually, you are special associated to different organizations here. One is the Climb Your Everest organization. The next one is Empower Nepali Girls. Empower Nepali Girls has been working only inside
Yes.
Nepal, sorry. And the next one, Climb Your Everest. It is also an organization which has been working in different sectors, different area, and different nook and corner in the world. What is the differences did you find? I mean to say, in your experience, you might have worked with the Nepali administration, you might have worked with the administration of other countries as well. What are the differences did you find during your work when you work comfortably? In which countries do you find better like care for your organization and for your work?
It's interesting because in a lot of countries, they don't, they make the life of NGOs very difficult. So it's not just Nepal. It's many countries who make the life of NGOs very difficult. But in US, I've had very good experience working with the government. In US, they really care about NGOs. I mean, since I started Climb Your Everest, I seen a lot of services, a lot of free services that being provided to nonprofit organizations so that they can thrive, they can do better, they can expand, they don't pay taxes, they help us with different fees. And I'm actually very surprised and thankful, grateful for having this opportunity to work in Climb Your Everest. And I'm a volunteer. I don't make money out of participating in any nonprofit organization. All the money,
What of them are non-profit organization,
both are
yeah, what
nonprofits.
have
Yes.
non-profit organization, but I think of course you need to have some money for conducting, for operating different kinds of programs,
Yeah.
how you are collecting, because you have been funding for different children and especially for the education and for their leadership quality development
Yeah.
as well, many more. Please, how do you collect the fund to organize all these programs, because it is a humanitarian work you have been working, of
Right.
course, free of cost, everything you are doing, and you are
Yeah.
giving them sometimes education and sometimes educational supplies
Right.
you have been providing to them. How are you collecting the fund for educating those kids,
Okay.
please?
First
It's
I
top job.
started by friend. Yeah, it is
Yes.
not easy, especially like I was a very when I started this 10 years ago, I was very shy. I
Okay.
couldn't even go to my own mom like 20 years ago and ask for the small amount of money to buy food. I was like, so like, no, I have to make the money myself. I'm not gonna, and I was shy. So but then when I started the nonprofit organization and I started working, I thought this money is not for me, it's for the women,
Yes.
it's for the girls. So all of a sudden I found this passion to go and ask for it. I went to different organizations, family, friends, posted on Facebook, posted on Instagram,
Okay.
on social
Yes.
media, everywhere that I went.
Okay.
Even if I do interviews, I mention the
Ah.
nonprofit. I'm like, if anybody
Okay.
wants to donate,
Yes.
goes to our website and
I've seen
donate.
in social media as well. Yes,
Yeah,
you have
so
been
I
asking
think,
for help and support for those kids, those who are not able to study and who are not getting opportunity for good education like this. Yeah,
yeah,
please.
yeah, exactly. And I think the most amount of money that I raised came from my own family and my friends.
Okay.
And I am very lucky. I have great friends, and
Yes.
they believe in the work that we are doing, and they are willing to donate, and they know me personally, and they've seen the work we're doing. I share the improvements, the transformation of the girls, and how the amazing they're doing. So mostly it's been through friends
Yeah,
and family.
because you are very lucky as well. You have worldwide connection. You are connected with the people of different ethnic groups, different linguistic groups, and people from different areas as well. Okay, actually, this is the program we are going to conclude. Please, right now we are here in the studio of Everest Television, and finally, if you want to share anything more through this television.
What I like to say is that I want to be able to help more women in Nepal. So if you are listening to this, or if you have a friend that who is interested, they have a big goal, they have a big dream, they have an Everest, that they want to climb. I want to be able to help them. I want to be able to teach them skills so that they can have a better life, or they can share everything they've learned with everybody else. So, and that's my passion. So by coming to my online classes, you are helping me to live my true self, which is being able to help you to climb your Everest. So if you are interested, email me, or if you have a person that you think they are interested, email me and let me know. I want to be able to help. And I think the best thing that anyone can do in the world is helping somebody else to be successful and achieve their goals. And that's my passion.
Thank you very much. I would like to give special thanks on behalf of Everest Television for being here with us to share your information, experience about your visit in Nepal. Thank you very much. Please.
Thank you so much.
आदरणीय दर्शकवृन्द, यहाँहरू हेर्दै हुनुहुन्थ्यो कार्यक्रम संवाद। एभरेस्ट टेलिभिजनबाट प्रसार हुने कार्यक्रम संवादमा आज हामीसँग हुनुहुन्थ्यो डाक्टर सारा सफारी। उहाँ युएसए को SCIT युनिभर्सिटीका प्रोफेसर हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँले लामो समयदेखि नेपाली गर्ल्सहरूको पढाइका लागि, उहाँहरूको नेतृत्व विकास क्षमताका लागि, साथसाथै नेपाली शिक्षकहरूमा सिप र प्रविधि सहितको शिक्षक निर्माणका लागि उहाँहरूले सकेको योगदान गर्दै आउनुभएको छ। क्लाइम्ब योर एभरेस्ट अर्गनाइजेसन र इम्पावर नेपाली गर्ल्स नामक दुईटा नन प्रफिट अर्गनाइजेसन मार्फत नेपालको शिक्षामा र नेपाली समाज र नेपाली महिलाहरूको रूपान्तरण र विकासका लागि काम गर्दै आउनुभएका डाक्टर सारा सफारीसँग आज हामीले संवाद गर्यौं। यहाँहरूलाई कार्यक्रम कस्तो लाग्यो प्रतिक्रिया दिँदै गर्नुहोला। आजको कार्यक्रम संवाद मार्फत मेरा प्राविधिक मित्र राधेश्याम कैती र म राजेन्द्र कुजु तथा डाक्टर सारा सफारीलाई बिदा दिनुहोस्। नमस्कार।